Another local story has hit the national media this week, and maybe some would say for all the wrong reasons. The city of Villa Rica, it's about 30 miles west of downtown Atlanta, and joining me to talk about the Villa Rica Police Department using an image of a black man as target practice, their police chief, Michael Mansour, was so gracious to say, "Hey, Milani Kai, I'll join you and I'll talk to you about this national story." Thank you so much, Chief Mansour, for joining us this evening.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. So we've got people listening, of course, throughout Metro Atlanta, but this story about Villa Rica has now become national. So let's just lay it out for those who maybe not heard about it. Your department was doing a safety training. How did we lead up to the black man being a target?
So the police department hosts self-defense classes, firearms classes for the public. Everybody's invited, free of charge. Usually people will bring their own gun to, if they're not familiar with it, we'll help them get familiar with it, explain safety rules, explain where they can carry, where they can't carry. We let them know if that gun is good for them, because sometimes a lady will come that their husband bought the gun and it's too heavy of a trigger and she can't really shoot it and doesn't feel comfortable with it. So we make them comfortable by letting them use one of ours, things like that. We do 3 or 4 a year of those.
And so, again, we're on the phone with a Villa Rica police chief, Michael Mansour. His department is in national news. NAACP's mad at them. So let's lead up to the moment that got you all of this national attention, Chief. You did this training. You're apparently pretty impressed or happy or wanted to show the community that about this training. And your department uploads a picture of the training to your Facebook page.
Yes, ma'am.
And there happens to be a target, and the target happens to be a black man. And these are live targets. So that, if you're just now joining us, that's how the Villa Rica Police Department got in national news. And so I'm just assuming, I'm not putting words, you and I didn't talk hard about this before you came on the air. I am assuming, and I can only do that if your department uploaded this to the Facebook page, you thought you were doing a good thing?
Well, I think it wasn't that we thought we were doing a good thing or a bad thing. We always put out to people that were hosting these classes. When we host them, we put pictures up, things like that. I don't think that it was a great decision, obviously, to post it with only the black males being on the targets. We do have targets of white males, white females, Asian males. It's just, the diverse targets that we have, they come in different boxes. They had used up all of the white male targets a week or two before when we did firearms trainings for the officers. Firearms instructor said, "Hey, guys, go get a target." That's the box they pulled them out of. It ended up being the African-American male target.
And so, Chief, you have since, as you know, the NAACP, especially in Carroll County and the where your city is, and also the Georgia NAACP has condemned the post. You've taken the post down, and you issued an apology. Tell us about your apology and why you deemed it that to be the appropriate thing.
Well, I think the apology was more about the situational awareness of it, and that we shouldn't have posted a picture of just the target with the African-American male. We should have posted, maybe with the white male target, black male targets together, something like that. It was just a bad call at the time. At no time did we mean it to be racial or for it to be taken the way it was. Obviously, we admit our mistake. One thing about our department, if we screw up, we're going to tell you. We're transparent in that. We'll let people know that we could have made a better decision there. Everybody there knows that. We're a our motto at the department is serve with integrity. If we didn't have integrity, I wouldn't be on the phone with you right now. I wouldn't have answered every email that I got. I wouldn't have answered as many calls as I could about it if I didn't believe that. So obviously in the future we'll make better decisions of what we post, and hopefully people will be able to forgive me, forgive our department in this mistake. But that's all it was, is it was a mistake. It was not intentional in any way.
And Chief, before I let you go, I do want to ask, I've been to through Villa Rica up I-20 West, never hung out there. In the past, for those who are not familiar with Villa Rica, have you had any run-ins like this with the NAACP in Carroll County or in general when it comes to the policing of minorities?
No, ma'am, not since I've been here. I've been here 18 years, and we've got a great relationship with our minority population. We work very well with them. They support us. We support them. So, no, ma'am, we have not.
And so, Chief, I've got to run to a break, but I do want to hold you over if you have a moment, because I want to, later on in the show, I know this doesn't have to do with Villa Rica, but we're talking about policing and police training. And I want to ask you about something that's happening a little closer here in Atlanta and just get your thoughts about a police training center, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
I do have a low battery on my phone, so hopefully I'll be able to stay with you.
Chief, you didn't charge it for Milani Kai? Yeah.
I am driving to my mom's, so I am just in a position where I have to do the best I can do.
Chief, hang on. Just hang on for a second. We're coming back from the break. You're listening to Milani Kai. We're live, and I actually just hung up on him. We're going to have him call back. I hung up on him by accident. It's 8:14. It's Milani Kai. We're live, and I know many of you want to weigh in, but we're coming back with Police Chief Mansour from the city of Villa Rica. It is 8:20, and you are listening to Milani Kai live on 95.5 WSB. We're talking to Villa Rica Police Chief Michael Mansour. His department is in the news for national news, should I say, for all the wrong reasons, but he has 100% apologized, and we're going to follow up with this story next week. Chief, thank you again for being with us. And I did hear you last break. You 100% apologized. You said your department's sorry for using the picture of the black man.
Yes, ma'am. We're just, like I said, it was all about situational awareness. It just did not appear appropriate, and we should have made a better decision at that time.
Well, moving on, we're going to follow it because we'll follow this story because, again, I know we'll wait till next week and see what happens. But the Georgia NAACP and Carrollton NAACP not happy. But you took the picture down, so we'll see what happens in Villa Rica. Hope all goes well. Hope there's a meeting of the minds at some point in time, and we'll follow up with that as well. But I want to ask you something. Later on in the show, we're having an activist, a community leader on who was against the public training facility, and that's going to happen. Well, it's not. People don't want it to happen. They call it Cop City. The protesters and those against it call it Cop City, and it's a public training facility. And as a police chief, I wondered what your thoughts are about that. A couple of earlier in the year, a protester was killed by the police. There's still questions about that, but as people call for more police reform and for more police training, there's a public facility going up, and people want to stop it. What are your thoughts about what the opposition is calling Cop City?
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of a contradiction. It's like you just said, people are calling for more training and more, officers to be more aware of how to do their job. We obviously have governor's mandates that we take every year where we have to take classes on de-escalation. We have to take classes on dealing with someone that's either emotionally disturbed or things like that. And the more facilities we have to facilitate those classes is a positive thing to me. So I'm kind of, surprised that we have such an outrage against having a public safety facility I know the one in Forsyth is run extremely well. The gentleman that's the director is an outstanding person, does a great job, has great training, holds us accountable as they should. So it's disappointing that we have this many voices against it.
That is Chief Michael Mansour, again, in the national news for all the wrong reasons. When this came out, I think all eyes were on you, especially me. I was waiting to see what your response would be. And I got to be honest, Chief, I was saying, please don't double down. Don't double down. Don't double down. Say you're sorry. Please say you're sorry, Chief. Please, please, please. So you did.
I think I heard you subliminally. I think that's what it was. So thank you for that. I think you helped me.
Absolutely, Chief. And safe travels as you're on your way to visit your mom. And again, thanks for coming on. You and I didn't have a big discussion, and you took a risk because I could have did a bait and switched and turned on you. But thank you for trusting me to come on live on the radio to talk about it. And we'll definitely follow up. And please give my best to your mother.
I will. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you being straight with me and letting me have my say in this. And I'm a fan.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. You're listening to Milani Kai.